public school has the day off because we had a big snow/ice storm, but we are a homeschooling family, and I like to save our days off so we can go on outings and adventures. So here's a day in the life of a homeschooling family. Just had breakfast, and I like to do school right after breakfast so we can kind of just get school over with and enjoy the rest of our day. And the first subject that we always start with is the one that uses the most brain power, and for us it is definitely Beast Academy. We are working on addition today. Got addition on a number line today, okay?
8 to get to 900. You take 20 from this. It becomes 68.
Yep, 20 and 6, yep. Great work, okay? There, your math is done for today. So we're going to Mars. Today, you are going to build an edible model of a rover with equipment found on the real Curiosity. Okay, put this on. Use frosting to secure pretzel strips across the straws of the Chem apparatus.
The scanner thingy moves.
Here we go. We learned a valuable lesson. Food crafts, not our jam, but Lego crafts, much better. All right, let's watch the Curiosity of life on Mars.
We're ready to go. We're going to hit our landing site. We're traveling at 16,000 miles per hour.
This is the booster coming back to Earth. It took the rocket into space. Now it's coming back to Earth.
Okay, so we finished math and science. So all we have left is reading, some writing, and spelling. When we first started school, I want to say kindergarten took us about like 30 to 45 minutes. It was not that intensive. First grade takes about an hour and a half for your school day. And then second grade usually takes us like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. Sometimes 2.5. It depends on how many breaks and things we do or how many side quests we go on. So as you can see, like as they scale up in grades, you're gonna have to talk about more complicated things. You're gonna have to do a little bit more coursework, but if you're just starting out, kindergarten really is the simplest. It should take no more than 45 minutes. And then in kindergarten, I remember that we did like the core subjects every single day, like reading, writing, and math. And then you just like sprinkle in the other electives. And you kind of just have fun with it, right? Kindergarten is to have fun and to like always just spark joy in learning. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break and then go into handwriting. And then we like to end our day with reading. I just find it's a good natural ending because we will usually sit on the couch and read our book together. Also for my preschooler, this is literally all we did for school is she wanted to do the alphabet. So we sat there, we found all the letters together, and then we found the numbers 1 through 10. And it's just like as simple as that for preschool, right? You make it child-led, you do what they're interested in, and then you talk about things and make everything a game. We are doing cursive im and in today. Im is like, you always feel like it's so many lines, and then the in, go ahead and say, the in looks like an M to me. Is that kind of funny? What would you like to write with? Would you like to write with this pencil, or would you like to write with a pen? That pencil? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and that's great. Done cursive.
Whoa.
Now we're gonna do spelling.
Oh,
And
ooh.
because you put your
Toe in the shoe.
toe in this shoe. C followed by E, it always says it's
Sound.
soft sound.
Soft sound.
G followed by E,
Sometimes.
sometimes. We are going to write a couple sentences to practice our spelling, okay? This will be fun. You're gonna roll a dice. Whatever that number is how many sentences you are writing today. Okay, ready? You like to roll a 6. 3, okay. 3 sentences. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, sentence number 1. The path was dark.
I did it.
Almost. How do I know your sentence is done?
Period.
Don't forget the period. Okay. We are going to do a spotlight on punctuation. I'm going to have you look at your passage, okay? Now, we see something that is not very typically seen. What is that little line in between snowpod? Hyphen. A hyphen, okay? Hyphens are basically, think of it as like a Lego piece, it's a connector, okay? Think of it as when we were building our Mars rover, it is the toothpick, okay?
Or the frosting that didn't actually work.
It's definitely not the frosting, okay? When you link it in this way, those 2 words become one adjective, snowpod, okay? You are the first reader.
Such fancy objects to festoon. Festoon?
Festoon.
Castles and bridges and giant towers.
Also, what do we have right here?
Little getting away from the story, like
Okay, an M dash. Yes, that's an example of an M dash right there. We are all done. High five.
Wow!
2 hours later, we are officially all done school, so that feels good to be done, and it is only 11:30, so now we are going to make lunch. We do have like a little baking class. We like to bake together, so today's baking class is we're gonna make lemon blueberry scones, and then we're gonna go play out in the snow. Lunch is served. We got some ham and cheese quesadillas, a little green juice smoothie, and of course some little animal crackers. And these are the lemon blueberry scones we're making. Sally is my favorite dessert blogger. She has never failed me. Frog and Toad all year. Let's see. Down the hill. Frog knocked at Toad's door. Toad, wake up, he cried. We just finished lunch, and I cannot recommend enough like doing read alouds during breakfast and lunch because it's a great way to get more reading in, and it's also a great way to keep everyone seated and eating. So if you want a fun and simple mom hack or ways to like encourage more reading, do read alouds during lunch. We have gotten through so many books and like chapter books during breakfast and lunch read alouds. You want to help me?
Can you lift me up? I need to put
I have flour. We need sugar.
Sugar.
There. Okay,
50.
Yep. Is that, yep, that's a teaspoon. So we need 2 of those. There you go. Good work. 2. All right, Mom, now you grate like this. Hi, frozen Arctic man. Is it cold out?
This might be the worst snow I've ever shoveled in my life.
You dump that in. You're doing a great job. So we're gonna break this in half.
Great.
Okay, we're gonna go across like this. So we have now broken this up into how many pieces?
4.
4. Okay, so how do you think we'll make 8?
That looks like a kite.
How do we make 8?
Cut. Do
Yep.
that off each one.
Yep, good job. Dip and paint. There you go.
It's more like painting a house.
Kind of like painting a house, sure. Our neighbor gave Max his snowblower because it is like impossible to shovel this. Poor guy. Also for Valentine's Day, we're having like a Frog and Toad Valentine's Day party with my kids and their friends. And I've already started decorating a little bit for it. So I made these like hanging flowers, which is really easy. You just take like craft flowers and you hang a fishing line and you kind of like tie it around. That was a really easy craft. And then my favorite craft that I did is a pool noodle heart, and then I decorated those with flowers because like I'm thinking of like fun nature themes for Frog and Toad, of course. So let me show you the flowers. These are our flowers. Remember I told you I found that DIY and this was perfect. You just take 2 pool noodles, you cut little slits to make like an angle so that it can make a heart shape, and then I just bought a bunch of fake flowers and I just put it all in the pool noodle. I have a few other crafts in mind. I am going to do like little button valentines, and I just think that's gonna be really cute. And then because Frog and Toad always like write letters to each other, I am going to make a bunch of letter decorations, and I think that I'm going to kind of decorate this entire window with like envelopes to kind of make it look really fun and cute. Also, I went to TJ Maxx I went to Marshall's, and I found this little secret garden painting, and I found this little women painting, and I am going to hang those up. I love having like little book details all in my house, and of course it's gonna go really well. I'm thinking of putting it so we have this big bookshelf of all of our books. And so I'm thinking of putting it right against this wall. And if you're ever wondering what kind of reader I am, let me show you my bookshelf. I am basically a huge romantasy girl. And then I have a few thrillers up here, but thrillers like always kind of scare me, especially psychological thrillers. I find that I have to be in the right mindset to read those. And then of course, romance novels. Emily Henry is one of my favorite authors. And then Allie Hazelwood is always just so easy to read, and Abby Jimenez. I love Abby's work too. So, and then these are some of the kid books that we read for like school or some of our read alouds. And if you're looking for really good history, not like books for kids, History Smashers is great, and we are going to read these like once we talk about those topics. So I'm really excited. We so far for our Valentine's Day party, I am very introverted and it is not always easy for me to like reach out to people because I'm always worried that people either get annoyed. I'm just very introverted and I kind of just worry a little bit about too much about like what people think. Or like they'll just think my ideas are silly. But I like read somewhere that if you want a village, like sometimes you have to create it yourself. And so I thought it'd be really fun if every month I held like a story themed party. So this month is Frog and Toad Valentine, and we're gonna have like a tea party and we're gonna do some crafts and just like it'd be like a fun play date to do with friends. And I'm just gonna try to do that every month. And I just think it'll be a really great way to kind of just get us moms together and get the kids together and just have fun things for them to look forward to every month. So I am excited, a little nervous. Hopefully it goes as smoothly as it does in my head, but I'm learning that like your friends don't care. They just like want to hang out with you and just get together, and like things don't have to be perfect. I'm trying to let go of my perfectionism. It's hard, but like when you're a mom, you just kind of realize like things never go according to plan and you just have to let go a little. Here are the scones fresh out of the oven. I'm gonna add a little lemon glaze to the top and then they are gonna be so perfect. My favorite dessert is a scone, so I am very excited for these. The glaze is super easy to make too. You just mix up some lemon juice with some powdered sugar, and then you let the scones cool down just for like a couple minutes before you add it to the top. These are the finished scone. They are so good. I am obsessed with this recipe. My oldest is upstairs listening to an audiobook and my youngest is napping. She accidentally fell asleep on the couch. So I'm gonna take this time and do my reading journal. I love it. It's like a fun little hobby for me. I have a lot to do to set up my reading journal for the year, but this is it. It's very fun. I just love having like a creative hobby that I can kind of do and that my kids can see me doing. And they like to just like, they have their own like scrapbooking journals that they can do. So when I journal, they can do their own little scrapbooking journals. And today I have to make a spread of book awards. And then at the end of the year, I kind of like give different books that I read prizes. And I just love it. It's like one of my favorite journal spreads. I'll show you my one from last year's journal. This is my journal from last year. And this is my book awards. I made them all little books and then I gave all my books kind of like prizes by the end of the year. So we are going to be recreating that because I just loved this spread so much. We're about to attempt the snow. So I got one spread done and this is the little book award spread. And I usually fill this out at the end of the year once I've read all my books for the year, but it's super easy and I love it. And then the next one after that is my GNF graveyard. Snow gear is on, got the ski pants and everything. It is like a real feel of 0 degrees. So I estimate we will last 45 minutes outside, but let's see.
You ready?
Got the whole neighborhood out sledding. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I made it an hour and 10 minutes. The kids are still outside, but I'm gonna go ahead and make dinner and I'm gonna cut the vlog off here and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.